Here's the really simple reason why you can't sit with your thoughts. But before I tell you that, let me ask you, if a child had a parent who always ignored them, who always made promises to that child and never kept them, and whenever their emotions got too much, the parent just either walked away or disregarded their emotions, how confident do you think that child would be in telling the parent their thoughts or even telling the parent nice things? That is exactly what is going on in our heads, because we have the subconscious mind of a child and the conscious will of a parent. Our conscious mind is like a parent who is treating our child, our subconscious mind, really badly. And that's the reason why our mental health these days is so bad. The sad thing about our generation is that every one of us are like iPad kids and we don't even realize it. Think about it. Every time that you have like a bad emotion feeling inside of you, you pick up your phone and you start scrolling to distract yourself, because you know, like in a way, as your conscious mind, being like a parent who can't handle the emotions of their subconscious, their child, they give it the iPad and they just scroll and scroll and scroll until that child no longer feels what they were feeling before. And then we wonder why, when we finally are alone with our thoughts, all these things just start screaming out in us. And it's like the hardest thing to control, all this wild torment of you're not enough, you're not doing enough, and all of these negative connotations. The thing is, the exact same thing that we need to do to fix our relationship to ourselves is the exact same thing a good parent would do to fix their relationship with their child. It means simple things. Like whenever our subconscious mind comes up with a feeling or an emotion, all of the therapists say you have to acknowledge your feelings, you have to accept them and feel them and blah, blah, blah. But really what they're doing is telling you to be a parent to yourself. Because what happens when a child has a tantrum? The parent is supposed to manage those emotions. And it doesn't mean that he tells the child not to have those emotions. It means he tells the child to show them what they're feeling in a more rational way. They wait until they calm down, and then they ask the child what's really wrong. Instead of just going from that screaming state, they help them get from the state of just screaming and crying and bursting out with all the snot, and then they get them to a state where they say what was on their mind to their parents so they can help with the problem. That is everything that we need to do for our mental health. So if you're sick of hearing all of this jargon like, oh, you need to acknowledge your feelings, don't disregard your feelings, but also get told that when you want to binge eat, that's also your feelings, but you should ignore it. So it's like super confusing. But just think of the relationship to yourself like a parent and a child. The child is our subconscious mind and the parent is our conscious mind. And no parent or child is perfect, and that is why it's always going to be hard. But if you understand it through this lens, you will know exactly the step that you need to take to make it just a bit better. That is the theory of the parent-child relationship that we have with ourselves, and that is the yin-yang you. I'm Michael Davis, and I hope to see you again to help you with the problem that you're facing right now.